naaf कैसे मशद ही करनो मशद एक वटाई पक्यो akshakol terashib
Mandir.
mandir tamash. Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Beyond Gender, जहाँ पे आज हम उस शख्स के बारे में गुफ्तगू करेंगे who should have been at the top of known personalities पर इन्हें बुला दिया गया है. So let's step into 1930s, a time of rebellion and reckoning in the princely state of Jammu and Kashmir. We will not talk about the fears, the shares, Mr. Sheikh Abdullah, but a quieter yet equally fascinating soul who stood beside him until he didn't. This is the tale of Mr. Premnath Bazaz, a writer, a visionary, and a man caught in the crossfire of history.
Thank you, Amish, first of all, for bringing, for talking about someone whom I deeply adore. I deeply respect Bazaz because he's definitely been a visionary, a person behind, the struggle for Kashmiris. So let's go back and let's picture this in 1930s. And I'm sure the streets of Srinagar are simmering.
As usual,
The air is thick, with the scent of wood smoke, tear gas, probably. शायद उस टाइम पे पता नहीं यूज करते हैं नहीं करते, but let's imagine it. Kanijing, obviously, right? And the cries of protest against Dogra rulers and their alleged oppression with cries of Azadi. और इनमें से एक protest में, these cries of Azadi were reciprocated with bullets. और उस protest में 22 कश्मीरी लोगों की जान चली गई. And that day is still known as the Martyrs' Day.
Over the Muslim.
خدای کریم تمن سایر نیم مغفرت. So Premnath Bazaz was born on July the 13th, the same day as the Martyrs' Day.
Yeah. And Premnath Bazaz was a warrior who wielded the sword of words and vision. A clerk with ink-stained fingers and a head full of ideas. Shaksa. He's a free thinker, a writer with a vision that defies the divides of religion and caste. Such an azad social insan as many Kashmiris might have said who know him, who know about him. I mean, कितने लोग हैं ऐसे जो अपना काम दाम छोड़ के लोगों की खिदमत करना चाहते हैं, लोगों के लिए कुछ करना चाहते हैं. Bazaz was definitely one.
इसी के ऊपर बोलना चाहूँगा मैं. आई थिंक ऐसे बोलने में तो बहुत आसान लगता है ना कि काम छोड़ दिया और लोगों की भलाई और बहबूदी के लिए किसी ने कोई स्टेप लिया. बहुत मुश्किल होता है. And Premnath Bazaz, he resigned from the government services on May 1930, and he said he wants to fight for the cause of Kashmiris. And as a social reformer to educate his own Pandit community along the lines of modern values. और उन्होंने एक सोशल रिफॉर्म ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की नींव रखी जिसका नाम था फ्रेटर्निटी सोसाइटी. ठीक है, जून 1930 में उन्होंने स्टार्ट किया था, 1 महीना आफ्टर ही रिजाइंड. थोड़ा सा सक्सेस मिला उनको, बट इट गॉट रिजरेक्टेड एज सनातन धर्म यंग मेंस एसोसिएशन, जिसका दूसरा नाम युवक सभा भी बोल सकते हैं. तो ये बॉडी उन्होंने बनाई थी फॉर द इंटरेस्ट्स ऑफ द कश्मीरी पंडित्स, एंड Bazaz was elected as the president. However, contrary to Yuvak Sabha politics, Bazaz believed that the Kashmiri Muslim movement of 1931 was in essence not communal. वो उसको communal नहीं कहते थे, but he said it is rather a product of years of jointly suffered suppression and oppression.
Yeah, and no surprises, this thinking forced him to resign, and getting assaulted physically and emotionally. Was branded as a traitor, tabhi fashion law, and forced him to abandon his ancestral home as well. It been cited that some even urinated in his mouth. So this can put us torture.
That's brutal.
But his response to the Yuvak Sabha was, and I quote, "I found my way into the politics of the masses. I love independence and have the greatest desire to work for the downtrodden to whatever faith or creed they belong. He argued that the progress and prosperity of Kashmiri Pandits, not with alleged tyrannical Dogra rulers or Dogra government at that point in time, but with the democracy and its attendant principles.
And I think with this idea of Kashmiris deciding their own fate, it's been said that he's been very instrumental in changing the name and narrative of the Muslim Conference to National Conference. Why this is important? Because obviously, if it was known as Muslim Conference, then the idea would have been that it only caters to a certain section of the society. But he wanted it to be a unified, conglomerate. And unfortunately, with time, his relationship with Mr. Abdullah also turned really sour. And he was unfortunately banished and forced to live out of the state.
Yeah. And back in the 1930s, he had started Vidasta. That was the Kashmir's first newspaper. Okay. And
that is news to me. I did not know that, Ahmed. Thank you.
And Hamdard, which was the Urdu weekly. In his banishment, he kept on writing. And out of his many books, we were lucky, to read the book titled Daughters of Vidasta. We'll cover the life journey of a remarkable woman, which Prasad Saab has mentioned about in the book in our next episode. Until then, you all take care and go search about this great personality. And Prasad Saab, a true Kashmiri, a secularist, an ally, and a diversity, equity, inclusion advocate. Boom, love you, Prasad Saab. And we are sorry.